had approximately 14 people transported to area hospitals with varying degrees of injuries. There are multiple casualties, though. There are folks that have lost their lives. I don't know the number right now. It's a fluid scene right now. We have multiple SWAT teams clearing all the buildings. If anybody knows anything about Stoneman Douglas High School, it's one of the biggest schools in Broward County. It's huge. It's a huge campus. So we have multiple SWAT teams clearing every building to make sure that there are no other shooters. We have a shooter in custody. He was taken into custody, I believe, about an hour after he left Stoneman Douglas, after he committed this horrific, homicidal, detestable act. The FBI and our crime scene people will begin processing this horrific scene as soon as the buildings are cleared. Right now, the buildings are not safe to be cleared. We're asking that you put out on the news ASAP that any parent who's looking for their child to please go immediately to the Marriott within the Heron Bay complex. Our deputies and other police officers are transporting these young students over to Heron Bay to be reunited with their parents. So that's where we want parents to go. I want to thank Mayor Bean, Commissioner Sharif, and Mr. Runcie for being here to support the Broward Sheriff's Office and to be with me at this terrible time. Last thing I want to say is this is a terrible day for Parkland, Broward County, the state of Florida, and the United States. My very own triplets went to that school and graduated from Stoneman Douglas. They played football and lacrosse at that school. So this is catastrophic. There really are no words. And we will keep you updated. I've spoken to Governor Scott. He's out of state. He is on his way over here. I have spoken to President Trump, and he's offered the full power of the United States of America to help us get through this. Any questions? I can't hear you. He was found off campus. I don't exactly know where. I believe he was found in the city of Coral Springs by a Coconut Creek police officer. That's unconfirmed right now. There's so much information.
Can you give us an age range of those?
I can't. From what I understand, there was a time where he did attend the school. I don't know why he left. I don't know when he left.
But he was not a current student.
That is correct. He was not a current student.
Was there any confrontation between him and police? Did he open fire?
I wasn't there, but I was told that there was no confrontation. He was, can you hear me? Yeah. He was taken into arrest without incident.
Sheriff.
Do you have anyone else in custody? Our understanding is
No.
two, just one.
One.
Okay, do you have an age on him?
I believe he's approximately 18 years old.
Okay, and then at least one dead?
Multiple.
Multiple, so more than one.
And you said the school's not safe right now. There's still children inside. And what have you heard?
Well, I don't know. We believe at this point that all children that we know about are cleared and are outside the building. However, we don't know if there are injured people. We don't know if there are people hiding. We don't know. So we will not begin to release information or begin to open up the crime scene until the SWAT components say the school is safe and clear. When I hear all clear, we'll begin the next phase of this investigation.
Were these teachers dead or only students?
I have no idea.
You heard of Mr. Beagle?
No,
Injuries, approximately how many?
well, I don't know how many injuries there were, but we know 14 people were transported to area hospitals with varying degrees of wounds. What we'll do is we'll wait for the school to be cleared. We'll go on to the next phase. I know this is critically important to release information to Broward County, and we will keep you up to date. But for right now, there's no more information to impart.
Can you talk about where the shooter was? Was he inside the school? We heard, and I know there's a lot of rumors that at one point there were firecrackers and that it was a drive-by. Was the shooter inside the school?
He was outside and inside at varying times. He certainly was inside. Thank you.
In terms of those dead, have their families been notified? Have all the families been notified?